Hey guys, this is SeetherCord here, and welcome to my newest video for today. My apologies for being gone for so long. It's been a weird and crazy past 3 weeks, and I just needed to, take a break from YouTube and everything and just kind of recollect everything and recharge my rechargeable batteries, which I would recommend you get those because they're better than just buying cheap batteries that you have to just throw away when they're done. It saves you a lot of money, but I've been using the same 4 rechargeable batteries for like 5 years, so. Today's video is probably going to be the one that I will be putting the most passion into. And the reason for this is because I won't deny that for some of the videos that I make, there are aspects to them that feel more like a chore. But for this one in particular, it doesn't feel like a chore at all. I would have to say that this is probably the most excitement that I've had for making a video in a while. The reason that I'm so excited is because today we are going to be reviewing another piece of furry media that happens to be an anime. And I will say that with great confidence that this is now one of my favorite anime series of all time. And from a critical standpoint, this is probably one of the best anime series of 2019. And this anime, if you haven't already guessed it, is none other than Beastars. Beastars has recently gained a lot of popularity in not just the furry fandom, but also the anime sphere as a whole, with many people calling this a more adult version, and also in my personal opinion better. Excuse me, just give me 1 second guys. I don't know, man, it's just that, not saying that Zootopia is bad or anything, it's just that I'm 22 years old and I don't really enjoy media made for children anymore, unless I myself grew up with it. Anyways, to give a little rundown of what Beastars actually is, Beastars is an anime originally developed for Netflix Japan, which thankfully will be making it to the rest of the world sometime in early 2020. So that's great. It is based off of the manga series written by Paro Itagaki. The story follows an anthropomorphic wolf named Lugosi, who attends a boarding school made up of anthropomorphic carnivores and herbivores. They live in a society where eating each other is outlawed, but however there is still high crime rates of carnivores eating fellow herbivores through either the means of murder, or instead through buying meat through the black market. Throughout the anime, Lugosi encounters a female dwarf bunny named Haru, which he starts to develop both emotional and sexual feelings towards throughout the anime. But however battles with his internal struggle of whether or not to break the law and give into his true carnivore and eat her, even though he's aware that this is morally wrong from his viewpoint. If I have to be honest about how I feel about the chemistry between these two characters, I absolutely love it. These characters build great and realistic chemistry off of each other, that every time that they have interaction together on screen, I just can't stop watching. If I had to go further into the development of the characters throughout the show, I feel like both the physical and mental struggles that these characters face from both a moral perspective and also just dealing with relationships throughout schooling is very realistic. I admire how realistic and relatable these characters are when it comes to their character development. One of my favorite aspects about this entire anime is that there are multiple instances of changes in animation style that I have hardly seen in other anime do to this extent. One very notable example is the intro for this anime that is made completely in stop motion. It reminds me so much of film director Wes Anderson's animation style for his 2 stop-motion films that he's produced, which if you don't remember were Isle of Dogs and The Fantastic Mr. Fox. And I also feel like there might even be some form of tribute to him because there are shots in the intro that are symmetrical, which is a staple of Wes Anderson incorporates into many of both his animated and live-action films. Overall, the intro has to be my favorite aspect of this entire anime. Another great aspect of Beastars' animation is its use of 3D techniques in many instances. I feel like it's a sign that the anime genre is now moving onto a whole other world of 3D animation for future series. The next thing that I want to note about this anime is its musical score. The intro theme is definitely a headbanger that even though it is in Mandarin, I don't really care because it's just an awesome song overall to just listen to over and over again along with watching the intro. The background music and overall soundtrack for Beastars is great as well, with the majority of it fitting the atmosphere of each scene, as well as the emotions that the characters are currently feeling. Also, Many of the tracks for the soundtrack are just very calming and are great for concentrating on other tasks and even just sleeping. Overall, I feel like Beastars is one of the best animes we've gotten this past year, and I feel like its message about society and racial tensions is both subtly effective and yet not forced down your throat at the same time. I like the fact that it's able to both convey a message about how different groups of people could interact, while at the same time give you an enjoyable and emotional story to follow along the way. Beastars is an anime that you should check out if you are a furry, if you're someone who enjoys a nice love story, or someone who just wants a better understanding about culture and society. Okay, while I was writing the script for this video, I just saw a Twitter post from Beastars' creator saying that Beastars will be coming to Netflix worldwide on March 13th. Which will be during my time traveling to South America, so that's absolutely awesome. However, it is still not confirmed whether or not there will be English dubbing, so I'm just going to keep my fingers crossed, so I'm super pumped. One last thing to add when it comes to Beastars is that it's made me want to watch more anime series. I know that I've always been a guy who prefers anime films over series, and I still do, but I will say that I have been enjoying more anime series as of lately because of this one. Hell, I just recently started watching Cells at Work. But anyways, with all that being said, that has been my review of Beastars. How do you guys feel about the Beastars anime? Do you guys enjoy it? Do you guys not enjoy it? Have you guys watched it yet? Have you guys not watched it yet? How do you feel like it represents itself within the furry community? Do you feel like it does a great job? Do you feel like it doesn't? Let me know down in the comment section down below. If you enjoy my content and want to further help out my channel, please consider donating to me on Patreon as well as my coffee. Also, please consider smashing that like button, turning on the notification bell, and subscribing altogether. And also, please consider checking out my two gaming channels known as SeetherCord Games and SeetherChills. All will be linked down in the description down below. And with all that being said, I've been SeetherCord, and I will see you guys in the next video. Goodbye, everyone.